Okay, so I want everyone to imagine that all the trash you have to throw out, you had to throw it out in your backyard, and it just kept accumulating there. You might start to think differently about what you would throw out. If you don't already, hopefully after this speech you'll make more of an effort to actually recycle in all aspects of your life and not just because there's a can there. I actually began studying environmental science in my senior year in AP Environmental Science, and since then I've become more interested in what our impact is on the environment, and I've done further research for this speech as well. We as humans are in an age of consumption right now, so we use up a lot of stuff, and especially this country. Today I want to show you the negative effects that our consumption has had just simply through the use of paper. But we can also turn it around. So mostly through the use of paper, we go through what's called deforestation, and a lot of land is just lost trees because we just keep tearing it down to make more paper. So that's why I feel like the number one thing we can really always start with is recycling any kind of paper. I mean, you can turn the back of a piece of paper and keep using it, but there's also other ways. You could just keep throwing that out. A lot of times people just throw paper in the trash. According to Duncan Pollan in an interview with Earth Island Journal in 2006, up to 270,000 trees are flushed away a day or end up as garbage, the equivalent of much. But mainly America, China, Japan, and Canada make up more of the world's paper production. We use a lot of it. We're one of the main countries. Indonesia is one area that I have a chart of that we have gone through a lot of deforestation. The highest percentage loss is actually in the country Malaysia, and the highest area loss is in Brazil. We can improve on that though. If we recycled, we could save up to 27.5 million tons of carbon dioxide, according to Holland. And Americans recycled about 65% of the paper they used in 2014, which really isn't a lot. We could recycle a lot more. But more than that, we can also avoid paper plates and napkins, use recycled products, look into which companies actually follow these regulations to try to use less water and less paper and recycle that. This picture I also have is an example of what we can do to try to come back from that. It's called the Closed Loop Park in Olympia, Washington. It was actually a landfill, and what they did was put 60 milliliters of just plastic covering over the entire thing and just piled mulch on it and built this park. To this day, it still uses stuff like recycled wood to make the benches and whatnot. It's a good example of a closed loop system, how recycling can kind of come back in a circle. The EPA also insists that about 75% of the trash we throw out is reusable, so there's more that we can do. We can donate a lot of it, and we can also just keep throwing in the recycling can and letting those companies sort it out, because a lot of the materials are salvageable. I started off wanting to talk about a lot of the different things that we can recycle, but it seems like paper is the main thing that we can all kind of start with in our everyday lives. Thank you.